Hi there, it's Abigail from the Creative Bix, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made these designs. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a screen-size document, and we want to rotate it so that it's in portrait mode. Now tap on your wrench icon and tap Add Text. And the first thing I want to do is change the font, so tap that double A in the right-hand corner and pick your font. Today I'm going to pick Keep on Truckin'. And then we're just going to increase the size a little bit. From there you can type any word you want. Today I'm going to type the word beautiful. And then we just want to make sure it's centered, so tapping that move tool with snapping on, I'm going to move that word so that it's in the center of the page and just a little bit above the horizontal center line. From here we're going to outline our text layer. The easiest way to do this is to duplicate your first text layer and then click Edit Text. Tap on your double A and then tap on your outline option. Right now your outline is the same color as your text. So let's make it a little bit darker so you can see it. With one of these layers already selected, swipe right on your other text layer and tap Group. Swipe left on this group and tap Duplicate. We're going to change the color of these duplicated layers. You can pick any colors you want. For this one, I'm going to pick a pink color. And I'm always going to do a darker color for the outline and then a lighter shade for the inner fill. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate this text group one more time. And I'm going to change the outline layer to be a little bit darker green, and then I'm going to change the inner fill to be a lighter green. And you can repeat this step as many times as you want, adding a bunch of different colors, but I'm going to stick to these 3 colors right now. And I think I want that purple layer to be on top, so I'm going to move the green and pink layers to be beneath it. With that second group selected, we're going to tap the Move tool, and we're going to shift that pink layer down a little bit to be vertically offset from the purple layer. And we're going to do the exact same thing with our green layer, just to be a bit below the pink layer. Now we're going to group all 3 of these text groups together and duplicate them as a whole. Then we want to flatten this group so we don't have so many layers, so tap on it and then tap Flatten in the menu. I want to keep the original text layers on top, so move the flattened layer below, and then we're going to offset this just like we did with the other layers, but make sure you see all 3 of the colors underneath. Now let's duplicate this layer several times. We're going to keep sliding these layers down to elongate the pattern. Select the top duplicated layer and slide it down, and what you can see is a yellow line. I have snapping turned on, and it just makes it a little bit easier to keep everything in line, but as you can see, it kind of goes too precisely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn snapping off, and we're going to turn on magnetics, and what that does is it'll keep everything in line, but I can move it smoothly without having it snap in place to somewhere where I don't want it. And so we're going to repeat the same step with all of the duplicated layers. So select the layer and then just move it down a little bit, and you'll know if it's in line if that blue line stays vertical. Repeat this with your bottom layer, and then we're just going to pinch all of these duplicated layers together, and then we're going to duplicate this flattened layer multiple times just like we did before. This just makes it faster and saves time so you don't have to move as many individual layers. And just keep repeating the same steps that we've been doing thus far. Okay, and so even though it looks like I'm done right now, I'm going to move it down one more time just to fill in those little gaps that you saw there, and then we're going to pinch all of those layers together too. Now let's add some highlights. We're going to add a new layer on top of everything, and then we're going to select a white color. And for highlights, I'm going to be using my Sadie brush that you can find in my Etsy. It'll be linked in the description below. And I'm just going to zoom in and add some highlights on the upper left-hand corner of each letter. And my brush is at about 1% in size. And while I'm adding highlights, I wanted to let you know that if you recreate this, I would love to see your work. So tag me at The Creative Bix on Instagram, and I can't wait to see all of your amazing art. Now I want to zoom out to see how I like that. And I like it, but I think I want to add a little bit more highlight on the bottom right-hand corner of every single letter. So I'm just going to go around and do that. From there, the only thing left to do is add a background color that you think will complement your composition. And I think a light pale pink will go really nicely with this. And you're done. Thanks for watching.